When we launched this project, we filmed a very awesome video called A Functional Design that went over the design of these cards and their shuffling, their use, how to put them in deck cases, when they break. It was totally awesome. But we kind of skimmed over all the details and we never really shared an in-depth view of design. And it's long past time that we do that.
So in that video, the first thing we covered was shuffling. And we recommend that when you're using the hardwood playing cards, you use the side shuffle or a table shuffle. These are both very effective, very good for your cards, and not quite as exciting as the bridge shuffle that everybody loves. So let's talk about that one. When you're shuffling some cards, you shuffle not just one card, because that's kind of boring and doesn't really accomplish anything. You shuffle stacks of cards. And when you shuffle a stack of cards, you're bending them all at the same time. But every card that's in there being bent is supported by all the cards above it and below it. It subjects each individual card to a lot less pressure. And when you flex an individual card, it doesn't have the support of all of its friends, and therefore is a lot more likely to crack under pressure.
Before your card succumbs to all that pressure, it's going to let you know by making a very faint crackling sound. Now, it's so quiet you probably won't be able to hear it in this video, but let's see. Oh, there. That sound is the sound of the fibers on the convex side of the curve, this side in this case, actually separating and tearing apart. It's actually kind of a bad sound.
So let's take a look at the way the cards are put together. We designed them to be the most flexible and strong when they're bent in the way that most people are going to shuffle their cards, and that's face down. It puts the face of the card as the convex side. With the akume there, we align the grain horizontally. This allows the wood fibers to spread without breaking. Now on the back side of the card, the decorative hardwoods are arranged with the grain vertical. This gives the card the rigidity it needs so it doesn't just fold in half, but because it's only subject to compressive forces, it's at a very low risk of breaking. Now, if you do decide to shuffle your cards face up so everyone can see what cards are where, what you do is you invert this formula. This puts the flexible side on the side that needs to be rigid, and the rigid side on the side that needs to be flexible. You can tell right away that when you try to bend the cards this direction, they're a lot more stiff, and you hear that crackle a whole lot sooner.
But how long will your deck of hardwood playing cards really last?
Nobody knows, because the oldest hardwood playing card has been around for less than a year.
But there are some ways to maximize the longevity of your cards. Yay!
Keep them oiled.
Ooh. Use a side shuffle.
Or a table shuffle.
Avoid lighting them on fire.
When you're not using them, keep them in their case.
A humidifier is also a great storage place.
Don't slather them in peanut butter and feed them to the dogs.
If you are going to use a bridge shuffle, make sure the cards are face down.
And if you are bending your cards and you hear that little bit of a crackle, stop bending them.
Avoid subjecting your cards to extreme conditions.
And of course, if you have any other questions, just let us know.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Yay!